What's going on, NEM crew? Welcome back to another video. Today we're working on this, and this is a V8 engine for the Volvo Sleeper project. Feels good to be saying that because it's been a long wait. So let's just dive right in, start putting some pieces together, and hopefully we will have somewhat of a completed engine by the end of this video. Not making any promises, but we're just gonna dive right in. Alright, before we get started, I just want to say that this video is by no means a step-by-step guide on how to build an LS style engine. So just keep that in mind. I'm not going to be going through everything. We're just going to be going through, maybe have some montage style clips here and there, along with maybe a little bit of one-on-one monologue action. So we're going to start I don't really know what I'm doing, as I kind of just alluded to. That's why it's not really a step-by-step, but we're going to start with what I think is going to be the trickiest, or what I know already as being kind of one issue that I have to troubleshoot. I will be going through and filming some side videos today, so there will be some kind of how-to videos on things that I definitely know that I'm doing right. So keep an eye out for that, but let's just dive right in. This is actually one of the parts I've been waiting for. Yeah, it looks good. Okay, so we got this part. This will allow us to move forward today. I'm going to put the timing chain in some oil, have it sit in some oil, lube that bitch up, and then we're gonna move on to what I think is gonna be our biggest struggle today. And then it's tic-tac-toe, torque some bolts, and then we'll be good to go. Alright, so before we do any reassembly, the first thing that we need to address is this right here. If you don't know what this is, there's a little dumbbell that goes in the back of the block here, and it's this is the factory one. It's plastic, tolerances aren't that great, but it's for it's a bypass to push the oil through the filtration system, the oil filter. The aluminum ones that you get, a lot of times you won't have any issues, but they are a lot tighter of a tolerance than the OEM one that I just showed you. So what's happening is, on mine, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it with the engine the way it is. I don't think I am. I'm probably gonna have to put it and get it off of the stand here just so I can get to it, but ultimately this isn't going in. So what we're gonna have to do is figure that out. I kind of wanted to start with this, but we'll leave the worst for last, because you know, that sounds like a normal thing to do, right? Okay, so we're just gonna start with the front of the engine. We're gonna start with the cam, and then we'll just work our way through. If you don't know what I'm doing, it's always good to have a handy dandy build manual for the engine that you're doing. I flagged a couple pages, mostly just the torque specs, because again, we're gonna have to torque some bolts. So have this handy. If you run into any issues, you can always reference it. Again, I'll probably just be referencing this for the torque specs as we go through. So let's grab some tools, some gloves, and let's get this camshaft in. Oh baby! Let's go. Rotate the camshaft. Oh, it's so smooth in there. Yeah. Ooh. After quite a long battle, I can say that, yeah, I've been defeated. First hurdle has definitely put a roadblock in moving forward on the front side of the engine. The front crankshaft timing gear set needs to be pressed on, and I assumed I would have something in the shop or in the garage here to make that work. Of course, I've been troubleshooting for so long, haven't been able to figure something out on the front here, so I don't want to damage anything. I don't want to brute force and smash this in. So what we're gonna do is I'm going to work on the next hurdle that I know is gonna be the issue, and is that dumbbell, billet dumbbell oil bypass that I was talking about earlier. So we're going to get the engine on the stand, we are going to, or engine off the stand, and we are going to see if we can figure that side out. If we can figure that out, then what I'll do is I'll probably put the rear cover on, but I'll put the rear cover on just loose because I don't want to bolt it down until I have the oil pan on to make sure everything's flush. But that way at least I can put the engine back on the stand, and then we won't have to take it off. If I can get in here and bolt up, probably won't be able to get in here to bolt up that rear cover, so it'll have to come off again. But at least if I can finish the day knowing that one of the hurdles is taken care of, I'll at least be somewhat satisfied. So let's do this.